It's been a while. What if I told you that Meet Kevin is not a scammer? What if I told you that EYL itself is not a scam? What if I told you that Ian Dunlap, Wall Street Trapper, Aristotle Financial, is that his name, or Aristotle Investments, Tay Sweat, Jeremy Financial, BitBoy Crypto, Terry Trade and Travel, Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, and the list goes on. What if I told you that none of these people are scammers? Let's talk about it.
Okay. I just got cultured.
Part of my journey this entire time was informing you guys on the stuff that I've learned throughout my journey. Unfortunately, what you've probably seen is that my channel went from like this happy, joyful, good-spirited, fun channel to a really kind of dark place where some people would say it just seems like I kind of turned into a hater. I look back at some of my videos, and granted, I was also sick during that time for a good year or so. I was going through a lot of health issues, but I rewatched some of my old videos. I did about 240 some videos. Out of those 240 some videos, only 6 of them were actually drama related, meaning I addressed certain groups, whether it was EYL, Ian, or BS that I've seen. Excluding my reaction videos, those are something completely separate. But out of the 240 videos, 6 videos I kind of directly addressed people, and out of those 6 videos, I'm pretty sure 2 of them were relatively positive, like the InvestFest review. That I went to the very first one. It wasn't anything major negative about it, but I kind of told you what it is. It's a fan fest. It's a Comic-Con for financial gurus you see on YouTube. If I smell smoke, there's most likely fire. And some people love that part about me, and some people literally despise it, which I understand. Shitting on everything that you believe to be true. It's easier to fool someone than it is to convince them that they've been fooled. And I feel like a lot of people on this journey have been fooled, like myself. I am not sure if I ever called any of these individuals scammers. And if I did in the past, like actually said this person is a scammer, or this program is a scam. If I ever said that early on in my journey, I apologize, and I was wrong for doing that, because clearly I was completely wrong about what a scammer is. And I also think that some of you might be wrong about what a scammer is, because I see it in the comments and I see it in remarks, and I'm cool with JT the Pocket Watcher, and I see people in there all the time saying, these folks are scammers. I like Common Sense. I like Tony the Closer. I mean, these people, their whole YouTube channel, their whole content creation aspect on YouTube is really exposing the liars and the thieves within the financial literacy community. And I think they've been doing a damn good job. But I'm not part of that crew. I'm not in that same space. And I know one of the arguments that I see is like, well, I'm just looking for clout. And just think about this for a second. My best performing videos on my channel, besides the one interview I did with Jimmy, besides that interview, my best performing videos is the ones where I would talk about EYL. It's a fact. I know people love drama. So if my whole purpose on this channel is to get clout, wouldn't I just always just talk about them and just do a video after video after video, because it will get views? My channel would definitely grow, but I chose not to, because again, I didn't want to get to this whole negative space, but here I am.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Enough of me trying to justify what the hell I'm doing. Listen, you either believe me or you don't believe me. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. I have a explanation on exactly what a scammer is. And then I want you to tell me in the comments below if any of the specific words of what a scammer is directly relates to the individuals I named at the beginning of this video. A scammer is an individual or a group. Yeah, there's groups out there too. What was it, BWO? I think that was one that was considered a scam, right? People were saying they're a scam. Individual or group of people who engage in deceptive and fraudulent activities with the intentions of tricking, deceiving, or defrauding others for personal gain. Scammers often appear trustworthy by gaining the trust of their victims, or in this case, customers. Scammers typically don't have anything tangible to offer. Deceiving, defrauding, tricking, manipulating.
You are the most selfish person I've ever met in my
Slow
entire...
down. Think it over.
So that's kind of a rundown of what a scammer is. And I'm sure if these words that I've used here, like lies, misrepresentation, I don't think I use any of those, but those are also words in this this paper I have here that describes what a scammer is. And I'm sure some of these probably ring a bell and you're like, wait a second, no, these guys are definitely manipulating folks. They're definitely misrepresenting stuff, and they're definitely exploiting their customers. And of course, they're definitely deceiving and tricking individuals, right? Like what's currently happening with DJ Envy and Cesar Pena with this whole house flipping business that they were pitching.
This morning, hugely popular radio show host DJ Envy facing scrutiny.
It all starts with credit, right?
Over his connection to a business associate who was arrested by federal agents for his involvement in an alleged real estate Ponzi scheme.
Like I said, JT the Pocket Watcher does a great job covering this stuff. Common Sense is really good with his word vomit. Like, the guy knows how to spit out shit that just sounds great, and he's like nonstop. Reminds me of like Russell Brand. Is that even a proper word vomit? Probably not.
You know, it is amazing to me that we're even sitting here and we're having this conversation, and you're allowing someone to play in your face like these things, like they don't exist.
And then you have Tony the Closer, who was going really hard on DJ Envy.
You told me last night he owes you money. Like, this ain't me making up shit. This ain't me just coming out and attacking anybody. This is real people. And it's like, even like your man, the credit dude, that was a part of y'all whole situation, bro.
And Caesar, in fact, it got so ugly that Caesar was trying to prove that he's innocent by posting this clip on his Instagram, which has nothing to do with the lawsuit that he's currently involved in. But he did come at Tony the Closer with some Nas Ether shit. He apparently looked up police records of Tony the Closer, and according to the police records, he was arrested several times for what's the best way for me to say it without getting demonetized? This is a form of Caesar trying to discredit Tony the Closer. And and this is stuff that happened apparently 10 years ago. Is it a bad look? Absolutely. It looks bad. It looks pretty shitty. That does not negate anything whatsoever that he's been saying about these folks. And the attempt is to basically discredit Tony the Closer by saying, why would you listen to a woman beater? I mean, I maybe wouldn't listen to him about relationship advice, but the guy ain't lying.
Did I stutter?
But again, that is considered a scam according to what they allegedly have done. So with that being said, what the hell are they, Mark? It's simple. They're not scammers. They're just fucking grifters. So what is a grifter? A grifter is exactly what they are. People who are really, really good at marketing themselves to sell you mediocre products to get rich off of you. What a lot of people started catching on to is that if you want to get rich really quick, you need to create a personality that resonates with an audience and then start selling them products. And usually my biggest issue has never been the fact that they're selling a product, which typically is just free information. But let's be real, everything out there these days is free information, especially in a financial world. There's no secret sauce to investing and trading. In fact, you could buy any $7 book and most likely would get the same information you get out of these courses. You could even go to a library completely for free, sit your ass down and read a couple of financial literacy books, and you would probably be 10 times smarter than most of these individuals. And the reason why I'm saying this is because what you're really buying, you're buying and supporting the person that you're watching on YouTube. You're investing your money into that individual, not really the course. The course is just a byproduct of who the individual is. But my issue's always been the fact that these individuals seem to have read the book by Alex Hormozy called $1 Million Deal, or is it $1 Million Offer? It's $1 Million Offer. And in that book, he breaks down everything from sales to marketing, and it's an amazing book. And I encourage each and every one of you to read that book, either with your eyes or your ears. But in that book, there's a chapter on the value that you get if you're going to charge a premium price. Meaning, if you're going to charge $5,000 for a course, you better be giving $5,000 worth of knowledge. shit that you can't find for free online. And that's always been my biggest issue, because when I first started on my journey, I trusted everybody. If you look like me and you spoke somewhat eloquent and you told me that you are an investor or a trader and you make millions of dollars, I wouldn't even look further. I would invest my money into you, and I would invest my time into you, and I would be loyal as shit because I believe everything that you told me.
Gazelle? Like an elk? He landed again, he ran. He scored a touchdown!
Which is actually quite disappointing for myself. I'm actually not mad that I did that. I'm mad at myself for being so stupid for falling for that stuff, because the reality is I'm an expert in my career field, which actually requires me to deep dive into people and do my due diligence. And I didn't do that with these individuals. I wasn't looking clearly. I just saw black folks talking about finance, and I thought that was amazing because we got too many damn ninjas out here talking about the same dumb shit every single day about killing bitches, drugs, just dumb shit. So it was great to finally see brothers and sisters who are in the finance space trying to help people. It seemed genuine, and I honestly truly believe it was in the beginning, but again, this will be in a whole nother video. But I put my trust into these individuals, and unfortunately I got disappointed. Not because I lost some money on some picks, because there's this thing called being humble and being accountable, especially when you're on camera and you're spewing all this information and you're telling people I could change your life, and then when it backfires or when you get some bad advice, you just ignore it like, oh, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the main ones, the main people, the big dogs within this space, the kings of this financial literacy space. You guys know who I'm talking about because you guys said that. We are the kings in this financial literacy space for the culture.
Yeah. I think I want my money back.
The lack of transparency, this deceptive marketing tactics, and the product that you would buy, you typically always had a very high premium price, and it was always mediocre content, surface level, basic information you could have probably gotten off of Options Alpha, Tasty Trade, or even Investopedia. It was just repackaged in their way of delivering the information, but they sold you a pipe dream. And that was always the most frustrating thing, and that's what made me so angry, because I quickly realized I can afford to lose money. People couldn't afford to pay $5,000 for a crappy options course. People couldn't afford a fake seminar that was pre-recorded and acted as if it's live to teach you how to trade options for $1,200. Come to find out, it's literally just basic stuff. You don't even leave with knowing what each of the Greeks means, how gamma and delta and theta and all that works. I didn't even learn about verticals or the wheel strategy until I left all these cults and just kind of did my own thing. Then I was like, oh shit. So that always put a bad taste in my mouth, because these folks were charging so much money for a PowerPoint presentation. Some of them didn't even have the decency to put up a camera, work on your lighting, make your picture look good. And a lot of them had a webcam that was like 420p. It was ridiculous. I remember the very first course I bought and the first content creator in the finance space that I supported. It was Chris Johnson. Some of you know him, some of you may not. But I support him because he was in the military, got out, and became a successful trader, supposedly, right? He had a sale, I think it was on a Black Friday. He had these 5 courses that he was selling for $69. It was like $69 or so, like $59 to $69, something like that. It was under $100. And I want to support, and I want to learn the information. So I paid him the money, and I got these files, and it literally was just him talking into a webcam with a PowerPoint. That was it. All the information, basic information. It literally reminded me of Hustle University from Andrew Tate. Just surface level, basic information. Was I mad that I spent $60? Absolutely not. Did I learn something? Sure, I learned a thing or two. I think I still got the courses. Learned a thing or two. Now, had I paid, let's say, $1,000 for it, I think I would have been pissed. Had I paid $5,000 for it, I would have asked for my money back. Had I paid $10,000 for it, I'll probably be looking for you. You get what I'm saying? The value just wasn't there. You guys saw my Red Panda review, for example. I don't want to make this whole video about Ian Dunlap, but he has a $10,000 stock club program. Did I knock it? I absolutely did, because it was not worth $10,000. You're probably asking yourself, well, what the hell do you think is worth it? Well, I could name you one. There's a $10,000 program with Ryan Leslie. If you remember Ryan Leslie, the R&B singer, yeah, he's also apparently in the financial literacy space. The guy charges $10,000 for a mentorship program for a year. Have you ever heard me talk bad about him? No. Do you want to know why? Because the value that you get for the $10,000 that you pay is there. The guy literally checks in with you every single week with a one-on-one conversation. You can reach him anytime you need to talk to him. Hey, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? He will respond. You get his number. You get daily workshops. He has, or I don't want to say it was workshops, but you know, the morning calls. He has daily morning calls. He does have workshops. They have lessons. Like, the guy literally puts effort into making sure that every single one of his customers is able to achieve the success that he promised. And you're not going to always win. Let's just be real. Majority of people who will go through these courses and stuff will most likely not be successful. But my point is, he actually puts effort in because he actually cares, and it doesn't seem like it's a cash grab for him. And if it is a cash grab for him, well, damn it, he does a pretty damn good job not making it feel like it's a cash grab. So clearly, it's not about the money. It's about how much you're spending for the value that you're getting. Remember, most of the audience of the folks that I've called out, they're black people who are struggling financially, which is why a lot of these people resonated with the black finance, because they're thinking, these people look like me, they must be for me, because they say they're doing it for the culture. So therefore I must support, and therefore I must trust, and therefore if I see an opportunity for me to be able to scrap some money together, I'm going to pay for this course so I can become a millionaire. And the secret to all of this is, it's all bullshit. Before we end this, I am going to shoot a video on red flags, like a good professional video, one that I've been working on it for a while. And when I say working on it, I haven't been doing jack shit. I just have these ideas I've been writing down. I haven't actually written out anything or shot anything yet, but I want it to be special because I want to go out with a bang. But here are some things that you do need to look out for. You see a lot of these people who will make a lot of claims of what they can achieve if you go through their course or their program. But then when you look at the fine print, there's no guarantees. In fact, a lot of these products usually have no money back, and there's a catch-22 to that, right? Because like, do you really want to give money back to a program that someone purchased from you? Because let's say you put 8 hours into materials for people to review. A person go through those 8 hours and then just charge back or say I want my money back, or get, you know, they already got all the information they needed. It could be valuable to them, but they're cheap bastards and they just want to get their money back, so they do charge back or they request a refund. So that's the reason why probably a lot of people don't do the money back. But the other reason that people might not do the money back, because they know that the program sucks and that most people probably will ask for their money back, and that way they can guarantee their income and their profit off of you. You've already been monetized. They've used you, you're done, they don't need you anymore. If you make a comment, they just delete it. And if you create a YouTube channel, they just call you a hater. And it's going to be really hard finding people within the finance space that offer some sort of money back guaranteed. It's really hard because, again, that catch-22, right? But this whole thing I call the Kinder Egg effect. If you guys aren't familiar with a Kinder Egg, or maybe you are because you see them at Walmart nowadays, but it's not the Kinder Eggs that I grew up with in Germany. See, when I grew up in Germany, the Kinder Egg was wrapped in this like thin tin foil wrapping. You take the wrapping off and then there's like a chocolate egg. You crack the egg open and you eat the chocolate, but within the egg there's like this yellow spherical plastic box that you crack open, and it has like a toy in it, and it's always a surprise toy. Like, you never know what you're gonna get when you open it, right? And I call these grifters in their courses a Kinder Egg. So yeah, just don't be surprised if you pay a lot of money for a product that's not good. But if you want a product that is good, today's sponsor is my buddy from OTB Clubhouse, Mo. If you were really serious about trying to learn options, from November 6th through November 10th, Mo from OTB Clubhouse is doing an options challenge course. It will be a 5-day seminar, a live seminar. Let me repeat, it's going to be a 5-day seminar from November 6th through the 10th. live. Did I say live yet? I'm just making sure because a lot of these clowns out there never do anything live. This is an actual live seminar. On day one, you're going to unveil the power of the money psychology. You guys can go over psychology. And then day number 2 is the roadmap to success. Day number 3, treating trading as a business. Day number 4, the 9 to 5 of money making special. And day number 5 is unveiling the power of supply and demand, which is the process that he uses. Is also the course that I paid for by Mo, by the ways. Yes, I actually paid for all of Mo's courses, hence the reason why I'm willing to stand behind this one, because his courses were pretty good and I actually learned a lot from it, including the supply and demand. So you have 2 options to sign up. You have the general admission option, which is $97, but I recommend you sign up for the VIP package, which is $297. But if you don't believe me, you can look at some other testimonials on that website. Check it out. So that was my pitch to you. Quite odd, right? I'm sitting here talking shit about courses, yet I'm pitching a course to y'all. But trust me, I wouldn't do it if I didn't stand behind it. And I definitely wouldn't do it in this video talking all this shit if I didn't think the product was going to be good. So think about that for a second.
But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge.
My other biggest pet peeve is the marketing. The level of bullshit marketing and the claims that these individuals make. Wall Street Trapper, for example. I've had some words where I've called him out before. I actually have 0 issues with Wall Street Trapper. He seems like a genuinely nice guy. Do I think he's a grifter? Absolutely. Did I like his marketing tactics? Absolutely not. I hated him. I literally hated him. They were so goddamn aggressive. And sometimes I was just like, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. And I was being a little petty at times, and I would call him out on Instagram. Me and him had some words, kind words, nothing bad. But, you know, he was notorious for always having these crazy prices and always slash like 97%. And I hate that, because the reality is he never ever actually charged the full price of the $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000 slash to, $40, whatever the fuck it is these days. By the way, it's for all the grifters out there. If you're gonna put these little arbitrary prices out there and then slash them, you actually have to have the price up at that specific price that you advertise at one point or another. Does that make sense? So if you're saying that it's $3,997 worth of value slash to $97, at one point or another, you actually have to have the course for sale for $3,997 there. You're welcome. I'm actually helping y'all out there. But that shit used to drive me crazy. And I actually see him trying to step up his game, put more value into his product, put more quality into his product, because his products on the beginning stage, I bought some of them. They were hella ghetto. But do I believe that he wasn't providing any value whatsoever? No, I did feel like he provided some value. Was it justifiable for the prices he was charging at that time? Absolutely not. But the guy literally tries. Like he tries. I've seen his Trapping Tuesdays or whatever the hell it's called, and I see he's got a studio. He's really trying to put value in there and trying to resonate with his audience. Cool. I just hated his marketing tactics. A lot of times when I did any of these reviews, or if I talk trash about someone's product, or if I say the product's garbage, don't do it, I actually paid for it myself and I went through it. And there's probably 6 or 7 programs and courses and trading groups that I went through that I never even publicly reviewed because they were bad. And again, I didn't want to be the channel that's always trashing people. But I guess to get my voice out there, sometimes I gotta start drama, sometimes I gotta be ruthless, and sometimes I gotta just not give a shit and don't care about if I hurt feelings or not. All I have to make sure is that I don't step out of my bounds according to my lawyer and make any false claims or lies.
Ha! That's all you have to do!
So what did we learn today? Be careful when you use the word scammer, and know the difference between a scammer and a grifter. Most importantly, whatever you do, don't fall victim to being a cult member. Do your due diligence, search, read, be a student of knowledge. Know when someone's trying to play you, and always ask questions. What is your real intent? My name is Mark. You're watching Uncultured Currency. I don't know when I'm gonna drop a video again. I do have 2 videos planned that I have written up on my board over here that I plan on doing before the end of the year. It will hopefully get done. I'm sitting on a few podcasts that I haven't edited and put out yet. I got one that I think will be a banger. If you guys like drama, think this might be the one.
Just teaching myself and learning a lot before the stocks, before business, like pouring constantly into myself to get better in a bunch of different areas.
I support that. We never telling you niggas nothing.
And then I got an update on my journey and where I'm at. So until next time, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.